Bet, it's Mr. Eric, Saturday, October 9th, 2021. This morning, John and I had plans to be at the warehouse at 9 a.m., and I'm happy to report that we made it right on time. Just like you punch into work at a certain time, John and I punched into the warehouse at 9 a.m. As soon as we got there, I trained John on how to scan for the stuff in the Gaylords. It was quick, he knows the drill from book sales already. Gaylords are a bit different, but pretty much the same thing. Meanwhile, I packaged and prepared some more orders that were bought overnight. When that was all set, we both went to the post office. I carried some stuff in, he carried some other stuff in, and then we mutually agreed to go poop at McDonald's. Why am I still pooping at McDonald's? Well, because the warehouse bathroom is still locked. However, I don't even care. If the warehouse bathroom was open, I still wouldn't poop there. The first time I went to check it out, via my landlord who opened it up for me, I saw dried paint on the ground, I saw dust all over the place, even some mouse droppings. There is no way I'm pulling down my pants, opening my rectum/anus, and letting my turtle out when at McDonald's at least the water is clean for my turtle to live in. Ugh. So once we got our poops over with, we came back to the warehouse and it was time to remodel. This is the part that you're looking forward to because you've been wondering why the scenery behind me is different. So let me get into the thought process behind why I wanted to remodel a bit. So basically, there was a table on this side of the warehouse, so on this side of the table that I'm sitting at currently, where we would sort books by condition. And then the Gaylords, where all the raw stuff is all the way over there. So why are we bringing books from the Gaylords to this table to be sorted when I can just have the table right there so the books can go right on the table after we pick out the ones we want from the Gaylords? I don't know why we didn't do it in the first place. Oh wait, I know why, because we had this freaking monster pile where I'm sitting right now with all the book sales stuff and donations that I've been getting for the past couple months. I'm happy to announce that it's finally all processed and gone. All we got is the Gaylords and some stuff on the ground and some future shipments coming in. Plus, another thing is, Mr. Zach and I have been talking about setting up a podcast, and I think this area over here will be better for a podcast. So now that that's open, with no books in the way and that table out of the way too, we can get that going potentially. Okay, I'm making this remodel seem like a big deal, but it was a lot of work because I have like a 2-table setup right here with a bunch of stuff plugged into outlets, my monitors, my eBay picture setup, my scale, my Rollo printer, and everything. So I had to unplug everything with John, and we had to move the cinder blocks that are under these tables to save my back. And yeah, it was a lot of work, even though it was just switching 2 tables, basically. Okay, so once the remodel was done, John got back to scanning the Gaylords. I started listing stuff on eBay, like sets, lots, more vintage books. The whole time we were listening to some Ben Shapiro, and then transitioned into some disco polo, and then some disco pop music like Modern Talking. Man, I love Modern Talking for some reason. If you don't know Modern Talking, freaking look it up. Songs like Sherry Sherry Lady, Brother Louie, Atlantis, SOS for Love. So freaking good. For some reason, it just makes you vibe. That's the stuff in the 80s that your parents would listen to, and now lots of weddings play those songs, especially Polish weddings. And I'm telling you, Polish weddings are the freaking bomb. Okay, before I go off on too much of a tangent, let's get back to work. So, John went through about a whole Gaylord and some more by himself, and it was time to wrap up because we had stuff to do tonight. We went to the liquor store because we had to pick up a present for Natalie because Natalie's birthday celebration is today. We also got some pregame stuff like Mike's Hard. We took that home with us, ate some food. I edited one of these daily blogs from last week so that we could post it. John did his own thing. Then Roddick showed up because he's going to go pregame with us at Natalie's house. Then Matt Hamill showed up because he's going to go pregame with us at Natalie's house. And the 4 of us went over there. We got into Natalie's house. We wished her a big happy birthday and we got into celebrating. Had some drinks. We played games like Flip Cup and this new game, Stack Cup. If you've never played Stack Cup before, it works like this. You basically have a ping pong ball and you have to bounce it into your cup before the person to your left bounces it into their cup. If the person to your left bounces it into their cup before you bounce it into yours, they put their cup in your cup and you have to drink from the middle pile that's full of cups with drinks. And then once you drink it, you have to start putting that ball in that cup before the next cup goes around the table and they stack you one more time. So it's like a clockwise game where you have to get the ball in the cup before the person to your left gets in the cup, otherwise you drink. There's a last drink in the middle that's filled to the brim with alcohol, so if you have to drink that, you're basically the loser. Guess who lost? It was Jeanette. I'm sorry, Jeanette, you're a loser. No, I'm kidding. Don't worry, she quickly turned into a winner soon, as well as the rest of us, because we went to 75 Center in our big group and we hit the bar hard. I got myself a Corona, I talked to Rodek, Connor Brush actually showed up, I talked to him, then we kind of just wandered around the bar the whole night. I watched some Pong, I did some dancing, I had the time of my life. Jeremy was freaking drunk out of his mind, and he started talking to me about my dad and the politics stuff he's doing in town. Apparently he likes it, which is a good thing. And the more people that like Dad's politics, the more conservative our town could be. We'll save money on taxes. Our kids won't get the stupid critical race theory education that they're getting in schools in some towns across the country. Life can be good. There was a couple times in the night that we got separated, but at the end, we all thankfully made it to my car. Right before going to the car, I actually saw Nellie Nelson from high school, the crypto trader. We talked for a bit. It was great to see him. He's a very genuine guy. I like to talk to him. We talked mostly over social media in the past, but it's great to finally see him in person again. Hopefully we can collab on something in the future. Okay, so back to the car thing. Who went to my car? First of all, me, because I was the designated driver for tonight. It was also Roddick, Matt Hamill, John, and El Viejo. Now, El Viejo was freaking sauce, so there was no way he was going to be able to drive his car home. So John was nice enough to invite him to our house for sleep. El Viejo actually got the idea for us to go to McDonald's so we could get some french fries. I wasn't hungry, so I didn't get anything, but we went to McDonald's, we jammed some pepas on the way there. John was freaking drunk and shining his flashlight with El Viejo. Alex was in the trunk freaking vibing and laughing at everything going on. When we got to McDonald's, John was like walking in the parking lot because he was sauced out of his mind too. Matt Hamill was like, John, get back in the car, you're gonna cause some crazy stuff to happen. Thank you to Hamill for being another dad like I was. Okay, we ordered the french fries, we got the french fries. El Viejo started talking to the McDonald's guy, telling him that we're all drunk and he wants to get some pussy. Then he blew a kiss to the other lady at McDonald's while we were leaving. It was a mess. Finally made it back to my place, and I showed Hamill and El Viejo where they were gonna sleep. Originally, I thought they were gonna sleep in our basement because that's usually where friends sleep. I turned the lights on to the basement though, and I walked down there, and I see Marek and his girlfriend Emily already sleeping there. Thank God they didn't wake up, but oh my God, I did not expect that to happen. So plan B was for them to go upstairs and sleep in Mark and John's room. El Viejo took Marek's bed, John took his own bed, and Matt Hamill had to sleep on the ground between them. El Viejo was not ready for bed though. He took his shoe and his finger and started shoving stuff up John's butt. And John had no idea what was going on. He was just kind of laughing about it. Obviously, no matter how drunk you are super sensitive on your butthole. So John would like go like this and like spaz out every time El Viejo touched him there. But he didn't like stop it because he was too drunk to comprehend where that sensation was coming from and for what reason. I thought it was freaking hilarious. El Viejo got tired of it pretty quickly and he hit the hay, so did Hamill, and so did I. It was overall a very good night. I didn't get drunk. I'm happy. I don't like to drink too much. I like to even it out. But it was fun to see the other guys have their fun and get sauced. It's always great when you can remember it. And I didn't go to bed feeling sick. I was actually very happy to go to bed and just close my eyes naturally. Before I forget though, one freaking funny thing that happened is we actually had to drop Roddick off at his house before going to our house. And El Viejo decided to take a piss right behind my car. So when I noticed he was right behind there taking a piss, I turned up my rear view camera and I saw the stream coming out of his belt. I didn't see his thing. Don't worry about that. I don't swing that way. But it was freaking hilarious to see the stream coming out of my rear view camera. Just watch out, El Viejo. If it's not my car, if it's some trucker guy, he might run you over, bro. If that's not enough reason for you to party with El Viejo, then you definitely gotta meet El Viejo. If you want to party with El Viejo sometime, leave a comment, leave a like. Till then, peace.